Welcome to episode 404 of the Red Dirt Agronomy Podcast. I am Dave Deacon. This week, we're learning how the Oklahoma wheat industry has grown over the years from a man who has lived it, a Kay County wheat producer that I am honored to call a friend, Mr. Don Schieber. We'll get to our chat with Don in just a minute, but before we do, if you're new to the Red Dirt Agronomy Podcast, I'd like to welcome you and invite you to hit that subscribe button where you get your podcast. Just a reminder, you will be able to find all of the information that we talk about on this episode and past episodes on our website, reddirtagronomy.com. Let's kick things off with a quick trip around the table for an introduction to the dream team of dirt and everything that grows from it. Let's start with Oklahoma State University Extension Cropping System Specialist.
You've seen a lot of wheat crops. Besides just the varieties, what's changed the most on wheat from the time you started until now?
Dr. Josh Lofton. And across from him is a postdoctorate in the Plant and Soil Sciences Department at Oklahoma State University.
You're looking at the map upside down, bud. I hate to tell you.
Dr. Radon Sherry. Now, with all of the formalities out of the way, let's kick off our conversation with Don that we recorded back on January 10th, 2025, while we were set up at the Oklahoma Wheat Commission's booth at the KNID AgriFest. We sure appreciate the Oklahoma Wheat Commission's support of the Red Dirt Agronomy Podcast and all that they do for wheat growers across our great state. So, without further ado, on to the episode. You are listening to the Red Dirt Agronomy Podcast. And here we are at the KNID AgriFest, and with the, I'm going to try that one more time.
It's like we're on sunup again.
Right. Hey, I got it the first time as far as everybody knew. I would edit out all the other takes and we'd get the first take.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how it works.
First time every time.
But we're here at the KNID AgriFest again this year at the Oklahoma Wheat Commission's booth, and we have an all-star representative of wheat production in Oklahoma. This guy has produced more crops of wheat. I'm trying to really build you up here, Don. You're going to have to help me out here.
I've been growing wheat since 1967.
Wow. Okay.
Dave didn't want to put a date on.
Well, I was.
They were all good years, right?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well, Don, you're up there in Kay County, and tell us about your operation.
Well, I used to have a lot of cattle, but I got too old for that, so I don't do cattle anymore.
Yeah.
Run them on wheat pasture and had cow calves, but I don't do that, so I just grow seed wheat. And I when I got my master's degree and worked at Lahoma at the research station, I got an interest in seed wheat. Mm-hmm. And I had some of the first TAM 101 that came into this country out of Texas.
Oh, wow.
And so that got me started in the seed wheat, and then whenever I went to get it cleaned, I had to do it at the co-op, and they wanted to do it on Sunday. So that was kind of a struggle.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I'll buy my own cleaner.
Yeah.
And I finally found one up in Salina, Kansas, and I bought it. I brought it home, and I discovered that I was cleaning all my neighbor's wheat, and mine wasn't getting cleaned yet. So I thought, this might be a pretty good business. So then a guy in Tonkawa bought a used cleaner in Lubbock, and they brought it to me to put it on a trailer and fix it up for him. And I asked him if he had any more used cleaners, and he said no. He had a new one at the factory that a guy had ordered and backed out on.
Oh.
So he said, I'll take $10,000 for it. I said, let me talk to my banker. So the banker said, go for it. And I didn't know how I was going to put it together, but
yeah.
I knew I wanted a gooseneck trailer, and I knew I wanted a diesel motor, and I knew I wanted a generator. And it's just started coming together, and every time I had a problem, it solved itself.
Yeah.
And I got together with a real good one at the end, and I thought, wow, this is all right. And I took it to the 3I show in Great Bend, Kansas, and I ran into the co-op manager and directors from Sunray, Texas. Mm-hmm. And they said, would you come to Sunray? And I said, I don't even know where it is. But I went out there and cleaned 70,000 bushels the first year or so.
Wow.
And it just started getting better and better every year.
Yeah.
So, and then I started building these cleaners and selling them.
Yeah.
And so I built 13 of them and sold them, and then I got a new one for my trailer in 2011, and I took my old one off and gave it to OSU.
Okay.
And it sat in my barn for about 5 years, and then Jeff Wright said, I need that thing on a trailer.
Okay.
So I rigged it up for him and did a real good job on that. And then we found him a good brand new cleaner, really.
Yeah.
It still had the oil in the troughs and everything. It hadn't been used hardly any in Pampa, Texas. So we got that and got all this other new equipment, but it's sitting there now. They don't have the money to set the plant up.
Oh.
So, but they're using my cleaner. So that's all right.
Yeah.
And finally I found a high school boy that wanted to learn the seed cleaning.
Yeah.
So he worked for me for 2 years, and then I sold him my business and my cleaner and everything, all my jobs, and he's just taken it and run with it.
Yeah.
So it's been doing pretty well for him. But outside of that, I'm about ready to quit one of these days. maybe this is my last crop in the ground. So we'll see. I don't know. But that's my story.
You were the first harvest I ever shot video of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, down there. I was...
Well, at Minko.
Minko,
with Clinton Griffiths.
Yep. Clinton and I went out on that shoot, and that was the first time I had ever sat on the side of a combine, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great. I did learn the lesson of when the combine's idling, it's still tossing stuff out the back end, and don't walk around the back end because you're going to catch something.
Yeah.
And on our way back to Stillwater, we had to stop, and I had to shake out my shirt and get rid of all the chaff that I acquired.
Well, you never know when there's a bolt going to break off and come flying out.
Right. So I lucked out.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't walk on the back of combines, Dave.
It's something
right.
I've learned from. Yeah. So you worked for Oklahoma State at the Lahoma Research Station. Talk about what you did there.
Well, my master's thesis was a soil survey of that farm.
Really?
When they just got it.
Yeah.
And then they came to me when I graduated and said, we need somebody to run that place, and you know more about it than anybody. Are you interested? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So we went to Lahoma, stayed there 3 years, and then in 73 we went back home because we bought the farm where we live now the same time we moved to Lahoma.
Oh, okay.
And we made a lot of good friends around Lahoma.
Yeah.
We'd invite them over for a waffle party, but they had to bring a waffle iron because we didn't have one. So when we left, they had a party for us and gave us a waffle iron.
Oh, wow. That's great.
But we made some really good friends over there. Most of them are gone now, but we did inherit a farm over there because of it.
Yeah.
So that was good. And we had... When I left, we had about 3,600 plots there. There's a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
But my office was in a semi-trailer.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot nicer now. So thanks to Ray Sidwell and his family. So, but that's about it. And then I just grow seed wheat, and I'd run my seed cleaner for 44 years cleaning wheat, and I did it in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, and Kansas.
Wow.
So we had a good run, and we'd start just as soon as we got through cutting wheat. I'd get mine cleaned, and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
And but that was a good business. And then one of the guys that I cleaned wheat for in Plainview, Texas, called me one time, and he said, I got a problem. I said, well, can't be too bad. What is it? He said, well, I put 25,000 bushels of wheat on top of 400,000 bushels of corn.
Oh.
I said, no big deal.
Okay.
As long as it's a round bin.
Yeah.
It was. And I said, drain it out of the middle, and when it goes to wheat, stop.
Yeah.
And then put that in a separate bin, and then go until it goes back to corn.
Yeah.
And then make sure all the wheat's out of the bin.
Ah, okay.
And then when you get that done, you're back to corn. The wheat's gone.
Yeah.
We only had to separate 35,000 bushels.
Wow.
So I was a hero. He thought he was dead. But that, and then we had a guy that had 8,000 bushels in Texas that the elevator wouldn't take because it was full of grasshoppers.
Really?
So we had to clean the grasshoppers out of it. 8,000 bushels, and we filled a tandem truck running over with grasshoppers.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Gosh.
And then in another place in Texas, Dimmitt, they brought in a semi-load of wheat, sample grade wheat from Canada for the feedlots, and we had to clean the rocks out of it because it's messing up the roller mills.
Oh my gosh.
So we had a lot of rocks there.
Wow.
And then one of my indent cleaners, it would separate wheat and milo, and it would also separate corn and soybeans. And we did a lot of that.
Wow.
For elevators.
Yeah.
And so we've had a good run, but man, I miss it. But I'm getting too old anymore.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Now I'm just playing with my grandkids.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good. Now, do they love coming to the farm and
they can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
They got to drive the gator and the pickup and all that stuff. And the oldest one's 13, but she can do it.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, they go to school in Bixby.
Okay.
So
well, that's
part of the state.
I was going to say that's Josh's part of the state.
Yeah.
That is where God's country actually.
I used to farm over
you
there.
Look at the map upside down, bud. Hate to tell you.
Oh well. And then my hobby was football.
Yeah, I was going to say referee and umpire. And
I did 50 years of that. It started in 1970, quit in 2020. But my knees told me, you ain't doing it no more. Near as we can tell, about 500 games.
Wow.
And I've seen a few. And every Friday night, there's something happens you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
You think you've seen it all? No.
Yeah. Wow.
The last game I refereed, in a pile-up, a helmet come flying out about 20 yards downfield.
Wow.
We knew who lost it, but we didn't know how.
Right.
So, but that was fun.
So what age levels did you referee? Did you do all of them?
I started out with Pee Wee and junior high. First game I ever did was with Terry Porter, who was a Big 8 and Big 12 referee, and he's the one that got in trouble in Ohio State-Miami national championship game.
Oh, wow.
But he lives, I think, in Stillwater or Guthrie, somewhere around there. But we did a junior high and a Pee Wee game at Medford, and that's the first time I ever had stripes on.
Huh.
And we did those just to get the feel of the game. And the first year, though, I did do 2 high school games. One at Jet Nash when they still had a team, and then one at Alva. And then it took off from there. And there's 8 or 10 games every year, and then the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I did 4 state championship games.
Wow.
And the All-State game. And the first one was in 1981, and the last one was in 2017.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it's on YouTube. It's pretty interesting. I watched it the other day, just have something to do. You always see something, you didn't see during the game.
Right.
It's on the film.
So at that point, can you go back and review your call at that point, all these years later?
Oh, yeah, you go back. I can go back and say, man, you look like an old man out there. But
really missed that one. Huh?
Yeah, I know. Right over here in the other room, the big room.
Yeah.
We refereed 2 years of arena football in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was Enid Crude, or Oklahoma Crude was the name of their team.
Yeah.
And they had 3 teams from Nebraska come down, one from Omaha, one from Lincoln, and one from the Tri-Cities. And then they had one from Beaumont and one from Nashville and some others I don't remember.
Yeah.
But Omaha's team was called the Omaha Beef, and there was a reason for that because their line was the national championship line from Nebraska.
Oh,
they had a lot of beef on them.
Yeah. And then they had a tailback named Phillips who played up there. He was a big star for them. But it was interesting. But Enid had a kicker that kicked it over the scoreboard and never hit the ceiling or the scoreboard.
Wow.
on the kickoffs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you need to go in there and look at that and see how hard it would be to do that. But
So you've seen a lot of years of wheat, a lot of seasons of wheat.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. What was the best year you can remember?
Probably 1987. We had 2157 Pioneer variety. That was my favorite variety of all time. The lightest load I had that year weighed 64 pounds, and a lot of it was 66, 67. Wow. And even after an inch of rain, it was still 64 pounds, and the color was still there.
Wow.
And I've got a pint of it in the freezer just so I could, and it's a beautiful color and everything. And then this last year was one of my better crops. I had some 70 bushel wheat. Mm-hmm. So, and the newer varieties, are a little easier to do that with.
they can do some things.
Yeah.
Well, and you've seen some of the varieties go through your place. I mean, you have a trial
my
out
test
there.
plot. But for some reason my test plot doesn't show up very well in the different varieties.
Yeah.
You think, man, that one of my best varieties, but it looks like nothing in that test plot. I don't know what the deal is, but maybe this year we've got a real good stand and it looks a lot better. So maybe we'll have something if it'll rain.
Yeah.
The snow will help some. It'll grow under the snow, but it's not going to last long.
They've always said the best years for any ag practice is 1945, 2011, and next year.
Yeah.
Just like OSU football. So,
Well, I got to go up in the radio booth with Dave Hunziker and John Holcomb several times, and about 5 years ago I told them I'm not coming up here anymore. They said, why not? I said, every time I come up here we lose. So I saw Dave here this last year and I said, can I come up there again this year? He said, yeah. What game? I said, well, I want to come up Texas Tech.
Oh.
And then I reminded him that every time I come up here we lose. I said, I think that's a good thing this year. I mean, not for the team or the coaches, but for our chances of getting something better.
Yeah.
I think it was good. So,
anyway. It worked out. My first time to ever go up in the press box was the year we played Nebraska, and we beat them. And so I was the opposite. I was kind of the good luck charm, and I got to go up there for 2 other games after that until we lost, and then I was no longer the good luck charm.
There you go.
but that was the old press box, the windbreak.
Yeah. Well, last year we had a chance on a silent auction and bought some sweet tickets for the Tulsa game this year.
Yeah.
As over there, it's always hot in September on the east side.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice.
That's
we had a good time with that. So anyway, wheat crop looks good so far. So hopefully, it's small because I didn't plant any before the big rain. I waited till afterwards. And now if it's the mild winter like they keep talking, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It might be better than some of the bigger wheat, because it'll run out of water first.
That's true.
So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, all we can do is our part and then leave everything else up to the weather.
There you go.
So, again, you've seen a lot of wheat crops. Besides just the varieties, what's changed the most on wheat from the time you started until now?
Oh, we used to have a variety called Newton out of Kansas that was real tall. Mm-hmm. And then I still liked Triumph 64. It was real tall, but it always went flat.
Yeah.
And I think probably the biggest thing is the quality concerns that everybody has and the shortness of the straw.
Oh, okay.
It's gotten shorter.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want a little longer straw, but most of them they'll get decent, and you don't have any trouble harvesting it, even with the big header. That's probably some of the biggest things. And, the market, I was in Moscow in 2011 when they had their drought, and I wanted to thank them for having a drought, but I couldn't do that.
Didn't want to have to visit the Kremlin?
No. Well, that's where we were, but we got to go all over that.
Wow.
And but I had to give a welcome to a meeting of a conference of the Russian Grain Union.
Uh-huh.
And so the deputy minister of agriculture for Russia was on the stage, and so was the president of the grain union. So I went and shook hands with them, and then I told them, as an American wheat farmer, I don't like making money off of other people's disasters. And left it at that.
Yeah.
And then when I got through, I said, this is where I had my fun. I said, y'all have been sitting for a while already. And I said, they took my picture when I was speaking to you, but nobody takes a picture of the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got my camera, and if you all would stand up, I would like to take your picture. So they looked at each other, and they finally stood up, and I took their picture with my camera, and I said, oh, that's a good one. You can be seated. While they were sitting down, I said, my wife will never believe I got a standing ovation in Moscow. That went over big.
Well, and with your role with the Oklahoma Wheat Commission, you've got to travel all over the world.
Yeah, with that and the Oklahoma Ag Leadership Program, I've been to 28 countries.
Really?
Yeah. And Moscow was one of my favorites. South Africa was a favorite. Of course, China, Japan, all of them over there. And a year ago, I went to Indonesia and Thailand and Philippines. And in Jakarta, I had to give the same presentation and told them I'm a wheat farmer from Oklahoma, and I don't think I've ever been this far from home before. But I didn't tell them I'd been to South Africa. But anyway, I got my standing ovation there, too.
Oh, good.
And this guy came up out of the crowd when the meeting was over and said, you send that picture to your wife yet?
Oh, wow.
And another lady came up and she said, you from Oklahoma? And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I went to Oklahoma State.
How cool.
kidding.
This is in Jakarta. That's a long ways from here.
Yeah.
So, but, and then in Cape Town, went to a John Deere dealership just to look around, and they told us about a farm show 50 miles east of Cape Town, so we went. And this lady was my driver and my host.
Yeah.
So she ran into a young couple that she knew, so she introduced me as a wheat farmer from Oklahoma. And he said, where at? And I said, Ponca City. And he said, I know where that's at. I cut wheat at Enid.
Oh, wow.
So
it's a small world.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. But anyway, that's about it.
I keep going back to you. You look so innocent over there, and I know that.
Here's one. So obviously you said you started in the 60s. How has it been staying in the business with all the change that we've seen in ag?
Well,
more technology, more regulatory, whatever you want to talk. I mean, it's just I talked to my grandparents and how different farming is now than it was when they started, you know, back when they farmed in 80 and had a little peanuts, a little cotton, a little wheat, a little milo, and that was good. And it's a little bit different reality now.
Yeah, when we started, the government program had a set-aside program where you had to set aside so many acres you couldn't grow nothing on it, and they give you a little bit of payment for that. And probably ought to go back to that now, but that and then technology, you know, auto steer and precision farming and everything is, you know, you got the section control shutting off a row at a time and shutting off your sprayer. And you don't have to worry about having a foam line to spray with.
Row markers on the planter.
Yeah, and you can do it at night.
Yeah.
And all of that kind of stuff. And then we went from disking behind the combine to moldboard plowing. Then we'd chisel. When we quit plowing, we'd chisel. And after we disc and then work it down and replant it. But then, I don't know how long it's been, 20 years probably, I've been no-tilling.
Yeah.
I don't even have a plow or a disc or a chisel.
Sold them at the auction or something.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I've got a planter and a combine.
Yeah.
And whenever I plant my wheat, I have a guy that does that for me. I don't even have a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, we get along. And then the other thing is, somebody in the house has to have a job off the farm.
Yeah.
My wife was a dietitian, and she had a job for 35 years and did a consulting business for a long time. And then she was head of the food service at the local hospital for about 14 years.
Oh, really?
And then she retired from that, and now she's bossing me around. I mean, helping me.
It's good to have proper supervision.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And they can always find things you mess up.
But it's that level of quality that comes from that.
That's right. Because you always get it. You always get it straightened out.
Over the years, as you've had the different opportunities to have seed wheat, you're a foundation level.
Well, we can buy foundation seed.
Okay.
As members of Oklahoma Genetics.
Right.
I grow some foundation seed for OSU.
Right.
So I get some of that to use for registered seed, and I plant registered seed and harvest certified seed, and it works out pretty well. But Jeff and I worked real close together. Jeff Wright. And
what's been your favorite OSU variety to see on your land that you've
this last year was the first year I had double stop.
Really?
And it's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
And then I got I had 150 acres of high cotton, the new one.
Yeah.
And it done really well.
Yeah.
But as much soybeans as we have in our area, there's a lot of late planted wheat, so Butler's Gold has really come up big on that, and I grow quite a bit of that, and I sold quite a bit of it this year. And double stop, I sold out of that. I sold out of high cotton, and I have a little bit of Butler's Gold left, but that's okay. I sold some of that just last week.
Really?
Yeah.
So late? Well, I say late. I mean,
a guy got a little bit, 50 bushel to go replant some washout spots and stuff that didn't come up. But outside of that, those are some of the better ones. And I've tried others, but they work in other places, but they haven't worked in my area.
Right.
So I like what I'm growing now. I did have some Uncharted this year, and I quit that now. I didn't sell much of that. I still had Endurance.
Yeah.
And there was no registered foundation or anything Endurance. I had some foundation Endurance, the last they had.
Yeah.
And it failed.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, so we just run a disc over it in September, got a good rain, it all came up, and so we thought, well, good stand, so we went for a crop with it, but the quality wasn't very good. It was 54-pound test weight. Yeah. But the germination was 96.
Wow.
And I was going to plant some back, and then I chickened out. So it had 19,000 seeds per pound, where the high cotton was 12 or 13,000.
Wow.
So a lot of difference there.
Well, Don, thank you so much for going on with us and
anytime.
Telling us about your operation, and more than anything, thanks for not knocking me off the combine all those years ago.
Yeah.
Because it could have happened.
You'll have to come and do it again, because it might be the last ride.
There you go.
For me.
I think there's a story in that somewhere, and I think it needs to be told by someone, so we'll make sure that happens.
Okay.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening in on this conversation of the Red Dirt Agronomy Podcast. And if you'd like to join the next discussion, leave us a message on our website, reddirtagronomy.com, or you can send us a tweet. Our handle is reddirtag. We would like to thank Don Schieber for joining us on the podcast this week. And again, if you get a chance, visit our website, reddirtagronomy.com, to find out more information about Don or any of the resources that we discussed on today's episode or previous podcasts. For Dr. Josh Lofton and Dr. Radon Sherry, I am not a doctor, but I play one on a podcast from time to time, Dave Deacon. And we all want to thank you for listening. The proceeding is a copyrighted recording of Agnow Media, LLC 2025. And yes, all rights are reserved.